Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's the kind of man who doesn't just talk, he actually puts in the hard work to back up his words. Because he's focused, organized, and determined, he's likely to make real progress in his career and see his goals through. He's not all talk, he really wants to go places and usually does.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's quite steady and doesn't fall apart easily. Instead of reacting with anger or panic, he keeps his cool and tries to figure out what went wrong. He might pull back for a while and work things out quietly on his own, without a lot of drama or complaining.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work might respect him for his skills and the way he gets things done, but they may not always like him. He often speaks his mind and doesn't go out of his way to be gentle or friendly, so some might find him a bit harsh or difficult to approach. Respect usually comes from his results, not his warmth.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, don't expect him to throw a celebration or shower you with praise. He's usually focused on his own achievements and is not the jealous type, so he won't try to pull you down or compete with you. If you want a partner who's always cheering for you, he might feel a bit distant.
What if you start earning more than him?
He won't secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. He's steady about his own value and is too focused on his own path to waste time on jealousy. You probably won't see sulking or hear bitter comments about your paycheck.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's the type to handle money with care and discipline. You'll notice he plans his spending, avoids waste, and likes things to be in order financially. You can expect him to save, budget, and pay attention to details, which brings a sense of security.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives well within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. You won't catch him showing off or trying to impress others with expensive things he can't afford. What you see is what you get, steady, dependable, and not interested in pretending.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He tends to be quite tight with both his money and his mindset. He isn't the kind to give easily or make generous gestures without thinking twice. He's practical and careful about what he shares and acts more out of duty than open kindness.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is straightforward and honest about money, not the secretive or controlling type. If you ask him about finances, he'll usually have clear answers and won't try to hide anything or play games with money matters. He likes things to be in order and will want both of you to know where things stand.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be shared, not just your responsibility. He likes things to be tidy and done well, so he won't ignore a messy house or expect you to handle everything alone. Instead, he prefers to keep things organized together, with clear routines and roles.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will actually help with chores and diapers, not just stand around telling you what to do. He believes in doing things properly and keeping the home in order, so he's not afraid to get his hands dirty if it means everything runs smoothly. He's more about action than giving instructions, so you can rely on him to share the load, even if he's a bit serious about it.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He isn't likely to get into long arguments just to prove himself right. Instead, if there's a disagreement, he tends to keep calm and not show a lot of emotion. It's not about winning an argument for him, it's just his way to keep things steady and avoid drama.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays in control and doesn't say hurtful things or act aggressive. He keeps his feelings inside and usually pulls back instead of lashing out or picking a fight. You won't see him yelling, slamming doors, or using harsh words.
Does he have a bad temper?
He is not the type to get angry quickly. In fact, he has a steady nature and takes time before showing any signs of frustration. If you're worried about anger being a problem, this isn't a big red flag with him.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He might struggle to say sorry openly or talk about feelings, but he won't usually blame you for things going wrong. Instead of quick apologies or blaming, he tends to pull back, quietly fix the problem, and try not to repeat it. If you're someone who needs spoken reassurance and open talks about mistakes, you might feel a little left out.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He prefers order and clear rules, so he's not the type to push or press you into anything you're uncomfortable with. His approach might feel a bit formal or distant, but your boundaries will be safe with him.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
He is not likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He might feel disappointed inside, but he won't sulk, complain, or try to guilt you. Instead, he tends to accept your answer and quietly move on without making a scene.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care and respect. He's not the type to use sensitive things you've shared or experienced together against you later. Your personal boundaries and respect are important to him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is more likely to be faithful and not easily distracted by other women. He values stability and order in his life, and once he commits, he prefers to keep his focus steady rather than run after new excitement. He's not someone who chases attention or gets caught up in flirting or risky behavior.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not over possessive. He's not the kind to act jealous, control your actions, or constantly question who you're with or what you're doing. You'll find that he gives you space and respects your independence.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, with him being protective is not a cover for being controlling. He doesn't try to manage your choices or limit your freedom under excuse of care or safety. You won't find him bossing you around or making you feel trapped.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and expect both of you to share the responsibilities. He likes things to be organized and done properly, so he won't leave everything to you or ignore important tasks. You can trust him to do his part, even if he isn't always warm or playful.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He won't yell or act in anger. Instead, he will likely deal with the situation with a steady and firm approach. The kids can expect clear rules and consequences, but not explosive reactions.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He respects order and fairness, so he understands that everyone in the family, including you, needs time and space to grow and have their own goals. He won't expect you to only focus on the children or forget about yourself.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, this is not the kind of man who will quietly support your career, now and then suddenly ask you to quit when a child comes along. He values planning and clear expectations. So, if he had strong feelings about you not working after kids, he would tell you openly from the beginning. There are no hidden agendas with him. What you see is what you get.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to be polite to your parents but may not show much real warmth or emotional connection. He will do what's expected, greet them properly, help when needed, and show respect. But he might seem a bit formal or distant rather than openly affectionate or chatty. If you're hoping for a son in law who jokes, bonds deeply, or fusses over your parents, he may not quite fit that picture. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect everyone to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make things worse. He's steady and avoids big arguments or drama, so you won't see him losing his temper or creating scenes. Instead, he will likely keep his distance, think things through quietly, and help you set clear limits if needed.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely the kind of man who is modern and practical with you privately, but will expect you to take on a more traditional, supportive daughter in law role in front of his relatives. He values order and fitting into social expectations, especially when it comes to family gatherings or big occasions. This is not about controlling you, but about keeping family life smooth and avoiding drama.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will support you quietly, but he won't make a big scene or openly take sides against his family. His way is to keep peace and order, so he'll try to calm things down rather than add to the conflict. His support is steady and practical, more in actions than in emotional words.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is not the typical mummy's boy, but he does respect family order and tradition. If there's a conflict with his mother, he won't automatically side with you or her. However, he may not openly challenge his mother or get caught in emotional fights.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He's not the kind to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and prefers to keep relationship matters between the two of you instead of involving others, even close family. This approach protects your trust and keeps outside opinions from making things harder.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out feels steady, organized, and reliable, but sometimes a bit lonely on the emotional side. He takes care of his duties, helps at home, and plans for the future, giving a strong sense of security and routine.